I'm going to Disney in less than a month. I've decided I want some cute, unique clothes that I can wear at Disney. So it's gonna be winter time. So what's more perfect than making a custom Lorcana themed sweatshirt? So come along with me as we hopefully try to do this in less than 1 month. So, hello, my name is Lakin. Hope you're having a fantastically magical day. And let's try to see if we can get these sweatshirts done when we have less than 3 weeks to do it. Okay, so we have the sweatshirts here. I just went to Michael's and grabbed some Gildan sweatshirts. Just some white ones because there weren't good option or color options at the time. So we just picked up some dye. This is gonna be mine and this is gonna be Walter's. And then these are the designs that we are gonna be embroidering onto the like front pocket area. He's getting Max holding some Lorcana cards, and then I'm getting Ariel with some Lorcana cards. Possibly I wanna do some stuff on the sleeves if we have time. Now, it's all determined on whether we have time. The main thing that I want on them is that front, the front main image. But if I have time, putting on the sleeves, doing like a ready, set, draw down at the bottom, and then on the other sleeve, like a countdown to 20 lore, or a count up, I don't know, to 20 lore, and have like the little lore symbol. But I've never dyed anything before. So we're gonna see how this goes. We'll see. Hopefully it's not horrendous, but wish me luck. Okay, so the instructions, they say you can use stovetop method or bucket method or washing machine method. I'm gonna use the bucket because this is the only thing I have big enough to fully like put the entire sweatshirt in it and like be able to stir it and stuff like that, because my pots just aren't big enough. As you can see, they're just tiny little pots. So I'm heating up the water in the bowls, and then I'm gonna pour it in here, as well as it also says to put a cup of salt in with the dye mixture for best results. And of course we want best results, so we're gonna do that and hopefully it goes well. Still so nervous about this, because whether this is good or bad, unless it's absolutely horrendous, I'm gonna have to wear it. So that's also why I'm starting with mine and not Walter's, so that way if I mess up mine and not his. You know, being nice. I don't wanna spill it. That's gonna have to be fine. So we'll put in the salt. And then the dye. It also says this should be wet first. As you can see, it's fully dry, but there are plants clogging up the sink. As you can see, there's a little leaf right there. So I'm gonna have to go to a different sink to do this.
A few minutes later.
Let me stir it before I put this in. Moment of truth. Let's just kind of make sure it's not folded any weird ways and just dunk it in there. I feel like I'm cooking up a weird soup. Then it said to stir consistently for like 30 minutes. So I'll just be here doing this. This is a nice color though. Hopefully it'll get like as close to the color on the box as possible. So I'll just be here stirring my sweatshirt. It's been a good amount of time. So now I'm gonna drain it and we'll see. I'm wearing gloves now, so I can touch the fabric. And we'll see how this turned out. It looks like it's gotten a nice even dye job around all of it. It looks like the threads aren't dyeing. Other than that, it doesn't look awful. There are some like slightly darker spots where I guess the dye hadn't fully dissolved. Yeah, I guess we're gonna put this in the washer and let it dry, let it wash, then dry, and we'll see. Actually, when I hold it up like this, I can see some discoloration. So I may put it back in there and leave it for a little bit longer. Okay, so we did the dyeing. This is mine. This is Walter's. Walter's does not look brown at all. It looks very gray. And mine still has some like spots on it that are like slightly green. And then Walter has some spots that are just more tan than gray. They're not awful. They're just not 100% what I'm wanting. And then like mine also has some like spots that are like this. Like this is like the worst one. And it's on the inside, so it's fine. But there's a few little spots like that where I guess the powder didn't fully dissolve. I don't know what it was. First time dyeing, but they're still fully functional sweatshirts. They just have slight miscolorings that I know that I will be the only one that cares about that. But I don't really have time to either find better pre-colored hoodies or to like continue trying to dye hoodies. I also don't want to keep spending money on that. So we're just going to work with what we got. And we're just going to go ahead and start the embroidery process. And we'll make it work. It'll be okay. So I've put it on the hoop. I'm gonna do the words first and then move up. That's why her head is cut off. But you can see right here what I'm talking about with like the slight staining. Like this section is slightly greener. It's not completely like that, but it's changing colors in the camera. But here we are, the design. And I don't often try to influence people to buy things, but if you don't have one of these, it's here, let me pull it down here. It's a magnifying thing that's on like a stand. It's down there. And like you can move this arm up and down, twist it, you know, whatever. And like if you do this, it like magnifies your hoop really well. Like the hoop is still really far away, but it looks really up close, really personal. And the lighting is really good, really clear. I am in love with this thing. This is another thing I picked up from that same person's house that I'm going to be using this thread with. There you go. And it's the best thing ever. I'm totally in love with it. And like if I don't want the magnifying, I can still just kind of lift it up above my head and just have the bright, clear light without having to mess with like overhead lights and like angling stuff and making sure I can see properly. Like, this is just perfect. I just thought I had to share that because, again, I don't often tell people to buy things, but that is a thing that I think every embroidery or artist, just in general, should have in their arsenal. Okay, as you've seen, I've been working on this sweatshirt, and I'm actually a good of the way through the outline, but we're gonna completely start from scratch. We're gonna ditch this. I just can't ignore the weird color difference that's happening, and maybe I could fix it with more dye and if I tweak it and have time, but I don't have time. I know myself where if I finish this, I'll wear it once and I won't wear it again because I'm not 100% happy with how it looks. And I don't really want to do that. So we went to Goodwill and I found the perfect replacement. Like this is like made for it. And it's my size and everything. It's meant to be. So we got this tie-dye, teal and purple sweatshirt from Goodwill. And, you know, I'm kind of upset because I personally am really good at tie-dyeing things. And so I could have just tie-dyed this from the beginning and had like something really cool. But I didn't. It is what it is. But now we have this. And so we're going to put our design on this. So I've already printed it out. And since I love this one so much, I'm going to make this like the real deal and go all out. So I went ahead and printed out my ready, set, draw to put on the sleeve. And then I have a count tracker up to 20 with some like lore symbols and then the 20 down there to put on the other sleeve. I don't know if we'll have all of this done by Disney. We'll at least have this done by Disney. And so yeah, let's start from scratch using a much better sweatshirt. Okay, I've finished with mine. This is what it looks like. I ended up, so if we look at the one that I had started on the original sweatshirt, I was doing colored. And then I was gonna like fill it in with a different color, so it's like there's not black lines. And just like it just be all colored and stuff like that. But because this sweatshirt has multiple colors on it, and like as you can see where Ariel is, some of it's purple, some of it's white, I was worried that this color wouldn't blend very well with this. So we just did black and put some color of each of the inks, minus the gray. I wasn't intending on putting like the ink color on the back of the card, so that's why I didn't put 6. But if I had thought of that, I would have put 6 so I could have one of each color. But, you know, we have 5 out of the 6 here. And maybe later I'll fill it in with color, at least Ariel, with like a skin tone, eye tone, hair color, and stuff like that. And maybe put some gold around the edges of the cards. I'm worried about time for us to be able to have these done. So it's just gonna stay looking like this. I think this looks great. I'm really happy with it. And instead of immediately going and doing my own sleeves, I'm going to start working on Walter's. And he has been doing great. This is all him. I know there's been some clips of me showing that he was embroidering with me. So this is what he's gotten done. He's not an embroidery artist. So I don't expect him to be able to work as fast as I do. But look at his stitches. They're really good, especially with these lettering not being just straight. There's lots of little curves in them. He's done a really good job, but I'm gonna come and help him a little bit, so that way we can definitely at least have both of our chests done. And then what I'll do is if we're super running low on time, I may outline stitch the sleeves and then like fill them in, wash them, and then fill them in. So that way I can maybe do that on the ride down to Disney. But yeah, so I've finished Ariel here, and so now I'm gonna come in, and since Walter's not here right now, I'm gonna work on this, and then when he gets back, I can hand this back to him so he can continue working on it. But yeah, we're making not amazing progress, but we're doing good. We're making good progress. Okay, so we're on the road. I obviously did not finish this, but I only have the green of this card to do, and then we'll work on filling this out, and then we may just have the chest plates of both of them. But I did bring the other stuff just in case. There is a laundry room at the Disney World Resort, so we'll be able to wash this stuff off. But we're just cutting it slightly close. So this is how much we did on the road. I finished Walter's chest piece completely, and then we started working on this. Almost done with this sleeve, but we're now done with the drive. We're in the hotel room now, watching Elf since it's Christmas Eve, and I'm thinking we're gonna wear these on our Magic Kingdom day, which is not for a day or two, so we have time, especially since we're gonna be washing them here. So I'm no longer worried about it, especially because I can at least finish this sleeve and that'd be good. I may not do this sleeve with having the lore tracker on it, but I may put some of these lore symbols around this area. We'll see, but I'm no longer worried. I know we'll get it done, and I'm so excited to finally wear them. So what started out as a kind of stressful, didn't think I was gonna get it done, especially when the dye job turned out as bad as it did. These sweatshirts came out so good. I'm so happy with them. While I didn't get all the little details I wanted on them, I had so much fun embroidering with Walter and making these sweaters together and then wearing them in the park and getting to actually meet characters and have them sign Lorcana cards while I was wearing the sweater. For the most part, some of the characters I wasn't wearing the sweaters for, but it was so much fun to see, just to interact with the characters and have them sign cards of a game that I've been playing and been loving for a year and a half now, ever since it came out, ever since before it came out really. So I'm definitely going to be working more on these sweaters and adding more to them as time goes on. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I definitely enjoyed making these sweatshirts. I hope you have a fantastic day, and let me know if I inspired you to make your own Lorcana sweatshirts. I highly recommend it, just as much as I recommend getting your cards signed by the characters. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, and if not, I hope this video has made your day just a little bit better, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!